Hello, my dear things. Welcome back to the cavern. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and your week is off to a fabulous start. To those of you who are new, welcome to the Cavern of Secrets. I'm Kasara, and we're talking about dolls today. I'm sure you're all familiar with Chucky and Annabelle, but are you aware of the dolls that people claim are haunted? I know Annabelle is based on the real doll, and I did create a video talking about the differences between the film's interpretation of it and the real alleged haunting of the Annabelle doll. If you're interested in taking a watch, check that little card out above me. However, there are other dolls that have been said to be haunted. Around 1918 in Japan, a young man purchased a doll named Okiku for his younger sister. A year later, the little girl passed away from a severe case of the flu. The family created a shrine in her memory, placing the large doll on display. Later, the family noticed the doll's hair, which had originally been cut in a short bob, had grown past its shoulders. The family moved in 1938 and entrusted the doll to the care of the Menaji Temple in Hokkaido, where caretakers continued to maintain Okiku and her ever-growing hair, and yes, it's still growing, supposedly, which I think is really creepy. In the 1800s, a doll named Lily was created in Germany and features human hair. What is with human hair and dolls? I have no idea. She was discovered by an antiques dealer who took her home, but started having recurring nightmares about a little girl who had a very bad accident. Soon the doll was put up for sale, and on one occasion, a little girl spoke to the doll for 3 hours, interacting with the toy as if she was speaking to a fellow child. The child later told the antique dealer that the doll's name was Lily, and that the doll was a little girl who had been subjected to extreme violence. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all. Robert, which I'm sure some of you have heard of, Robert the doll. Well, he was gifted to Robert Eugene Otto in Key West, Florida in the early 1900s. The doll and the child were inseparable to the point where the child would often blame the doll for his misdeeds. The family alleged that the toy often changed positions of its own accord. They also claimed that when their son was alone in his room, they could hear him conversing with the doll, and the doll responding in a completely different voice, which honestly could have been their son talking back in a different voice. It's not uncommon. Some kids do that. I know I did. I would change the voice depending on what type of doll I was talking for. And kids don't always understand that it's not really the doll that's talking, it's really you. For some reason, they are so caught up in their imagination play that they misinterpret reality and fantasy. At least I did, anyways, as a little kid. However, after Eugene passed away in 1974, Robert was given to the East Martello Museum. Visitors who have taken Robert's picture without permission claim to have experienced terrible misfortune as a result of their transgressions. Robert is surrounded by letters of apology and admiration. Robert actually has inspired many different movies, although to me, the one that seems to really inspire the movie was The Boy 2. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's actually not that great. If you'd like me to give a full review of that film, let me know in the comments below. Because of the interaction between the little boy and the doll in that film, it's very similar to Eugene's relationship with his doll Robert. And a lot of people are using Robert's middle name Eugene because his doll has the same name, which is really freaking creepy, in my opinion anyways. Ruby, a porcelain doll with a tendency to move around from place to place by herself, resides in the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and the Occult. She once belonged to a little girl who had died while holding the toy. Not creepy at all. Soon after, Ruby was passed down through generations until arriving at the museum. Visitors claim they feel an overwhelming sense of sorrow radiating from Ruby. I don't know though. Letta, a 200-year-old wooden doll with human hair. Again, freaking human hair. I don't know if it's because they couldn't make synthetic hair or use horsehair. I guess that human hair was easier to come by. I don't know. If you know why human hair was used with dolls over other types, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. Well, the wooden doll, Letta, was discovered beneath a house in Wagga Wagga, Australia by Carrie Walton. Walton told the Warwick Daily News that Letta walks in the night time, claiming to find scuff marks on the floor of his home along with objects mysteriously moved. The doll is also claimed to scream, "Let me out," periodically. Yeah, that's not terrifying. Not terrifying. Mandy, which can be found at the Quesnel and District Museum in Quesnel, British Columbia, Canada. The doll terrified the original owner so bad that she gave the doll to the museum, claiming it was sinister. Today, museum employees claim the doll can follow you with her eyes because she has three-dimensional eye sockets that give the appearance of movement. However, attempts to record her result in malfunctioning equipment. Yeah, you can't explain that one now, can you? King Umberto, the first Italian king to be assassinated, passed the doll Emilia to his royal guard, Belina, and later to his daughter, Marie. The doll survived many bombings with Marie during the 2 World Wars, and the child often said she felt safer with Emilia around. Yeah, I wonder why. Then one day a train they were traveling in was bombed. Marie survived, however, a woman lost her life. Emilia lost her arms and a portion of the scalp, but was retrieved by Marie. It's believed that the dead woman's soul lives within Emilia now. She looks sad to many, especially since Marie died. Harold was the first haunted doll to be sold on eBay. A man claimed he purchased the doll at a flea market from a desperate man, claiming the doll was responsible for his son's death. The eBay seller didn't believe the father until he lost his cat, girlfriend, and began suffering from migraines. Now, all of this could really be just a coincidence and not the doll, but I don't know. Well, the eBay seller put the doll in an armadillo coffin and kept it in his basement, only he could hear laughing and crying from a baby. He also claimed the doll had a pulse. Well, the doll has had many owners and may be on eBay right now. I don't know, honestly. I'm not going to go look for it. I don't want it. Because you never know. A woman in Texas bought a voodoo doll. Wow. We're not going there. On eBay. And didn't take the warning seriously. Yeah. Here we go. She took it out of the coffin and it attacked her, severely injuring her. Excuse me. Unfortunately, putting the doll back in the coffin didn't work. Not surprised. She would find it in the living room at night making strange noises. Several attacks later, she contacted a priest who blessed the doll and locked it in her basement. Honestly, if I was her, I'd never move it or I'd probably burn it. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. There have been numerous cases of haunted dolls or dolls just acting weird. Horror movies don't really help this fear of dolls either. We have Chucky, the killer doll, possessed by a criminal spirit. I don't remember if he was a murderer or what. I haven't seen Chucky in forever. I apologize. And then you have the clown doll and Poltergeist, which just takes both my fears and puts it together. Yeah, and then tries to kill one of the kids. Anyways, Annabelle, Talkie Tina in the Twilight Zone, Billy in Dead Silence, and Saw, although they look nothing alike apart from their little tuxedos, which are quite cute if you are into that sort of thing. Slappy and Goosebumps, who also wore a tuxedo. I don't know what the hell it is with the tuxedos, but there you go. Then there's Brahms from The Boy, who wears suits, not really tuxedos, which is kind of a little different from the standard, apparently. From The Boy, which I think was one of the creepiest movies apart from Annabelle. And I think the reason why The Boy was a little creepier is the twist. Oh, it's not the doll. It's somebody living within the house. Yeah, it's kind of moving the doll. Yeah. However, as a kid, I would have said Slappy, apart from these. However, the doll from the Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 1, showcases a creepy animatronic doll named Renesmee. Supposedly, the doll creeped out everyone on set and was replaced with CGI. Yeah, I really can't blame them. I've actually seen the doll. It's really messed up looking. The prop, however, is displayed at the Chamber of Commerce in Forks, Washington, where the movies were set. Allegedly, the doll might be standing up straight one day, and the next day she's in a weird position. Employees at the establishment believe she moves around on her own and they actually keep her in a display case. Renesmee seems to be decomposing, though, because of the fragile materials that were used to create her, so she may not be around much longer, which is probably going to be a relief to the employees there. At least it would be for me. If I were to categorize the top creepiest dolls from horror, I think number 10 would be Billy from Saw. Since I don't find him scary, I actually think he's cool. I actually want a Billy doll, which might be really messed up, but there it is. Chucky would be number 9 because I don't find him scary either. Tina, since I don't remember her, would be number 8. I really don't remember Tucky Tina. Slappy from Goosebumps would be number 7. Billy from Dead Silence would be number 6 because these just aren't as creepy to me. Bleed from Puppet Master would be number 5 because he's messed up looking. Annabelle would be number 4 because she's still really messed up and creepy as hell. Brahms is number 3. He Who Kills from Trilogy of Terror terrified me as a kid, so I'll put him at number 2. And number 1 is the Clown Doll from Poltergeist because, well, it combines both my top fears. I may not remember the doll, but every time I see pictures, it's creepy as hell. What are some of the scariest dolls in horror movies to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week. Friday, I'll be reviewing Dolls or The Doll. I haven't seen either yet, so maybe I'll review both. I'll also discuss voodoo dolls. What's the truth behind them? Don't want to miss it? Click the bell icon to stay up to date. Can't wait for more. Check out my other videos on the screen. Take care until next time. Bye, everyone.